So the first thing you're going to want to do before powering up your 700 DC is confirming that the area is safe, you have your power and air properly supplied, and that any e-stops are pulled out and any attached safety cages are closed. Before powering on our machine, we are going to open our air supply. Here at the electrical box, we're going to turn our main control circuit switch to the on position. Next, at our main control panel, we're going to turn our control circuit to the on position and hit our start button to power the machine. So when we turn on our control circuit switch, we're going to get our lights turning on, and we are going to wait for our start button before that last light will come on. So now that all lights are on, the machine is telling us that it is ready to run safely. So here at our electrical panel, we have our touchscreen interface, and here's where we're going to manipulate all of our staple patterns. To actually select a staple pattern, you're going to have to be in your 0 setting on your main panel before it will let you access and manipulate where you're actually going to fire your staples. You can move your staples around in both your head and sill locations. Depending on your material and your jam width, you're going to want to move them to different locations. We have up to 7 pre-programmable staple patterns here, depending on different jam widths, and you're able to pre-program those here, and those will correlate to your main panel switch selection. Here we have our maintenance screen. This is going to tell us what on the machine is activated. It's going to tell us what switches are in what position and what eyes are activated. In order to manipulate our different staple patterns, we have to have our control panel in the 0 position. If you have it in an already selected pattern, it will not let you access any of these patterns and manipulate where you're going to fire staples until you return that program to your 0. So here we have both our head and our sill mode in 0, which is going to allow us to manipulate our staple patterns on the touchscreen interface. To select our different patterns, we are going to select the number here that correlates to the pattern that we built on our touchscreen. And you're going to select individually your sill mode pattern or your head mode pattern, depending on your material. We also have our 4 gun switches here, allowing us to turn off each gun individually. Before processing a door, we're going to make a few adjustments. We are going to ensure that all 4 guns are on and ready to fire, and we're going to select a proper staple pattern to the incoming material. Next, we're going to load appropriate staples to the materials that we're actually going to be using. We are also going to mechanically adjust our machine to the appropriate jam height. Next, we're going to mechanically adjust the machine to the desired door width. So we're going to confirm that our measuring tape and our collar correlates to the incoming door size. Here we have our sill end operation buttons, our hands clear buttons here that we use to cycle the machine forward. To operate that, you actually have to push both buttons at once, accounting for both hands are free and clear of the machine. We also have our reset left and our reset right buttons, and those are going to correlate on whether or not you have a left-handed door or right-handed door incoming into the machine. Those will also require you to hold down one hands clear button when you are selecting either one. This is our forward and reverse sequence switch. If at any point in the process you need to reverse and back up a step in the cycle, you'll switch that to reverse and hit both hands clear buttons at once, backing up one step. This is our fire guns. So once our frame is fully clamped, you will hold down one hands clear button and your fire guns button to fire them. These are our hands-free buttons on the head end of our machine. They operate the second and third part of our cycle. To activate them, you are going to push both hands clear buttons at the same time, keeping in mind that if you're operating this machine with someone else, to account for their hands on the other end as well. Next, we're going to confirm that our sequence is in the forward position, and we're also going to select an incoming right or incoming left-hand door. I'm going to select a left-hand door, and using the hands clear button, I'm going to cycle forward and bring in a stop for our incoming material. So our selected head is going to act as a stop for our attached jam. Next, we are going to set our loose jam into position in the machine. So now on the head side of the machine, with our jam loosely in place, we can install our head. At this point, we're going to confirm that not only our hands are clear, but if you're operating this machine with someone else, their hands are clear as well. The next step in the cycle can only be moved forward from the head end of the machine using these hands clear buttons here. With the clamps moved in, our final step on this end is to confirm that our header is safely in place and cycle forward. With the header secure, we're going to come back to the sill end of the machine and place in our sill, making sure that it's not going to fall off of our Delrin pads, and cycle our machine forward with the hands clear buttons. To cycle the machine, you're always going to need to push both hands clear buttons. With our machine in its final clamp position, we're ready to fire our guns by holding the hands clear button and the fire guns button at the same time. Now that our door is fully assembled, the next step in the process is going to release it, allowing us to roll it out to the next part. To power down our machine, we're first going to hit our machine power stop, followed by switching our control circuit to the off position. The final step is back at our electrical box. We're going to turn the control circuit to the off position.